Let me ask you something uncomfortable. When you give feedback, do people actually improve? Or do they not politely and repeat the same mistake next week? Here's the truth most leaders won't admit: giving feedback is not the hard part. Giving feedback that inspires action, that's leadership. Hi, I am Smita Jain, an executive coach and personal empowerment life coach. And in today's video, how to give feedback as a leader, 4 ways that inspire action. I am going to share with you the 4 ways to give feedback that doesn't trigger defensiveness but drives ownership. A quick check before we begin. When someone gives you feedback, what's your first internal reaction? Do you defend or justify or reflect? Drop your answer in the comments. Awareness is an important first step. Now, here's what most leaders get wrong: they focus on correcting behavior, but they forget the human being receiving it. And if your feedback attacks identity instead of guiding behavior, it will never inspire action. So here are the 4 ways that inspire action. First, separate the person from the behavior. Never make feedback personal. Instead of saying you are careless with deadlines, say the last 2 reports were submitted after the agreed timeline. One attacks identity, the other addresses behavior. High performers tie feedback to who they are. If you criticize identity, they protect ego. If you highlight behavior, they adjust action. Number 2, anchor feedback in impact. This is where executive communication changes everything. Don't just say what went wrong, explain why it matters. For example, when you interrupted the client, it weakened our credibility in the room. Now the feedback is not about you versus them. It's about standards, it's about impact, it's about the bigger picture. Leaders inspire action when they connect behavior to consequence. Number 3, invite ownership instead of imposing correction. This is the shift from manager to leader. Instead of prescribing the solution immediately, ask, what do you think could have been handled differently? Silence here is powerful. When people articulate their own improvement, they commit to it. Compliance fades, ownership sticks. Remember that. And way number 4, balance candor with belief. This is where many leaders struggle. They either sugarcoat so much that nothing changes, or they go so hard that trust erodes. Inspiring feedback sounds like this: I know you're capable of operating at a higher standard. That's why I'm raising this. You are not attacking, you are elevating. People rise when they feel seen, not when they feel diminished. And let me tell you something important. Most leaders delay feedback because they want to be liked. But avoiding feedback doesn't preserve relationships, it weakens performance. You don't become excellent in your role by trying to be comfortable as a leader. People don't need a comfortable leader, they need a clear one. Clarity builds trust, and silence builds confusion. If you want to become the kind of leader whose words carry weight, not tension, I have created something for you. Download my free Own Your Voice, a mini guide to communicate with confidence. It helps you identify subtle patterns in how you communicate, where you might be too soft, too reactive, or unintentionally unclear. It takes just a few minutes. But the awareness can transform how your team responds to you. The link is in the description. Feedback is not about criticism, it's about calling people into their potential. And when you do it right, they don't resist, they rise. If you liked what you saw in this video, drop in your comment and share this video in your network. That was all for today. I'll see you next time.